Simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking at the details that the Smashing Machine got factually right and wrong about Mark Kerr's life. There will naturally be some spoilers.
At the end of this whole run here, I was left holding absolutely nothing.
Number 10. Ultimate Fighting Controversy. Right. Many of the scenes in Benny Safdie's film mirror moments captured in the 2002 documentary, also titled The Smashing Machine. One example occurs in a waiting room as Mark Kerr tells a woman about the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
She's familiar with it, noting that politicians are calling for the mixed martial arts organization to be banned.
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
Although Kerr insists that the competition isn't as savage as critics make it sound, no-holds-barred fighting was banned in over 30 U.S. states. This made it increasingly difficult for UFC to find a television audience. With UFC facing political pushback, Kerr was drawn to Japan's Pride Fighting Championships, which also offered more money. Ironically, UFC parent company Zuffa would acquire Pride almost a decade later.
Don't hate each other, though?
Oh, absolutely not.
Nobody
Absolutely
does?
not.
Number 9. Kerr won his first professional MMA fight. Right. The film opens up with Kerr's MMA debut as he faces off against Paul Verlins at the World Vale Tudo Championship 3 in Brazil.
Mark Coleman!
By this point, Verlins already had a few UFC victories under his belt, seemingly giving him an advantage over newcomer Kerr.
He's going right after him, very aggressive.
The Smashing Machine, as Kerr came to be known, lived up to his nickname. Slamming Verlins to the floor, Kerr pummeled his opponent with punches and knee strikes. The one-sided fight lasted roughly 2 minutes before the referee intervened, Kerr being the clear winner. Kerr went on to win his next 2 WVC fights against Mestre Hulk and Fabio Gurgel, paving his way to UFC and later Pride FC. While he started strong, Kerr's undefeated status wouldn't last.
Literally from that one tournament, it catapulted me into the spotlight.
Number 8. Who Kerr opened up to in the hospital? Wrong. The Smashing Machine is accurate in its depiction of Kerr's reliance on pain medication and other substances. His substance use eventually landed him in the hospital, where he could have died from an overdose. Kerr could barely stay awake for more than 30 seconds and even recalled saying Ronald Reagan was still president when the paramedic asked him questions.
And he asked me what president it was, and I know I said like Ronald Reagan. I swear I said. Close.
While this is all true, the scene makes a significant change. In the biopic, Mark Coleman visits Kerr in the hospital, helping him to see that he needs to make some serious changes. In the documentary, 2 other friends get real with Kerr. One of them say that if Kerr doesn't seek help, he won't see the new year.
And if you don't get some help, you're not gonna see the new year, man. You're not gonna make it. And it hurts for me to say that to you.
Fortunately, Kerr took their advice, entering rehab. Number 7. Kerr's friendship with Mark Coleman. Right. Although the hospital scene takes a liberty, Mark Coleman is indeed a good friend of Kerr's.
Oh, we go way back, but he's a buddy of mine.
The two started as competitors in college when Coleman was a senior and Kerr was a freshman. Coleman beat Kerr when they faced off in the NCAA National Championship, going on to win for his alma mater, Ohio State. Their paths crossed again when Richard Hamilton scouted them, which led to Coleman training with Kerr before his MMA debut.
We were competitors, friends also, and I just happened to get into the fighting game before he did.
If there was ever a hint of rivalry between these two during the beginning, it dissipated as they rose up in the MMA world, even when they participated in the same competition, like the Pride Grand Prix 2000. There was no animosity, with both being supportive of each other.
He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman.
Number 6. Dawn Staples was sober during this time frame. Wrong. His girlfriend turned wife turned ex-wife Dawn Staples did play an integral role in helping Kerr realize that he had an issue with painkillers. Kerr wasn't the only one in the relationship with substance use disorder, however.
Always about you. Only about fucking you.
While Staples was sober for a period, she eventually found herself drinking at lunch, then happy hour, and at night. Staples promised Kerr that if he went to rehab, she wouldn't drink around him when he got out. She didn't fulfill that promise.
And it's like an all-night thing.
While the film shows Staples grappling with her mental health, It wasn't made clear that alcohol is a major factor in her spiral. Kerr also struggled with alcohol, although he stated in 2025, "I've been sober for 7 years now."
My sponsor's pretty insistent about me getting away from Dawn because she's still drinking.
Number 5. Kerr gave Baz Rutten a painkiller. Right. Looking to make a comeback at Pride 2000, Kerr enlists former mixed martial artist Baz Rutten, who plays himself in the film.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Rutten shifted focus to coaching and other ventures as medical issues kept him out of the ring. Most notably, Rutten experienced tendinitis, which caused unbearable pain in his arms that could last almost 2 hours. While training Kerr in the movie, his pain suddenly hits Rutten like a pile of bricks. Kerr is quick to remember an old pain medication he neglected to throw away, injecting it into Rutten. A weight is lifted off of Rutten, who now realizes why Kerr got so sweaty. Rutten recalled this ordeal in an interview, saying that Kerr gave him Nubane that turned him into a plant.
I mean, I was like a freaking plant. He says, "No, you get used to that."
Number 4. The no contest fight. Right.
Oh my goodness! Kerr is out!
Although he lost a few fights before his MMA career took off, Kerr enjoyed a winning streak upon going pro. Between his WVC debut and Pride 6, Kerr won 11 fights in a row. His spotless record was called into question at Pride 7 in 1999, when he competed against Igor Vovchanchin. In a fight that lasted just under 5 minutes, Vovchanchin overpowered Kerr, initially being deemed the winner. As Kerr pointed out, Vovchanchin used an illegal move with his knees. The higher-ups agreed that Vovchanchin broke the rules, overturning the fight to a no contest.
He said match over. Wrong. Yeah, wrong referee.
This meant that Kerr was still technically undefeated. It wasn't a victory either. It was a sign that Kerr wasn't invincible, marking a turning point in his professional career.
You're gonna call it a no contest.
Number 3. Staples wasn't seen as an enabler. Wrong.
I don't recommend people bring their wives or girlfriends to the fights because you need to be extremely focused.
While the Smashing Machine doesn't shy away from their relationship hurdles, it does tiptoe around some of the toxicity that Staples arguably brought to the mix. Many close to the couple, most notably Baz Rutten, felt Kerr needed to distance himself from Staples. Rutten went as far as to say that Kerr's biggest downfall was his wife, calling him an idiot when he got back together with her.
And she comes home drunk and starts kicking the door and holding him out of his fight. You can't do that. You know, you have to be relaxed.
Observations like this are largely omitted from the movie. Emily Blunt's portrayal is less critical of Staples, putting more emphasis on Kerr's shortcomings as a partner. Although we see how the relationship is taking an emotional toll on her, the film avoids tackling how Staples' actions, namely her frequent drinking, might have stalled Kerr's own road to recovery.
Some days we laugh and everything's fine, and then I don't know what happens those other days.
Number 2. The gun incident. Right.
Where did you run into him last night?
I've never met him.
Even if the Smashing Machine could have fleshed out Staples a little more, it does confront one of the darkest chapters in a relationship with Kerr. Their most intense fight escalates as Staples goes for Kerr's handgun, turning it on herself.
She grabbed my handguns under the nightstand and, then grabs a razor and starts gouging into her arms and stuff. Just all kinds of crap.
It thankfully isn't loaded, but Staples proceeds to lock herself in the bathroom, searching for razors. Kerr breaks through the door before Staples can make a life-ending mistake, calling the authorities. In the documentary, Kerr recounted this incident, his description essentially matching what we see in this dramatization. While the couple reconciled and tied the knot shortly after, the marriage didn't last. As the film depicts, there was a distance that the two could never overcome, despite their best efforts.
My big strong man, I love you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kerr's big loss. Right. The Smashing Machine is more about failure than triumph. This is reflected in the climax as Kerr makes it to Pride Grand Prix 2000. Kerr endured his opening round against Ensign Inoue, leading many to wonder if it'd come down to him and Mark Coleman. It ultimately didn't pan out like this. Kerr lost his next fight against Kazuyuki Fujita, marking his first official loss of his pro career. Although Coleman was set to face him in the semifinals, Fujita quickly backed out due to injuries from his fight with Kerr.
He's not coming next round.
I know.
This paved the way for Coleman to take down Igor Vovchanchin in the finals. Meanwhile, Kerr got stitches, but he still voiced his support for Coleman, demonstrating that sportsmanship is more valuable than winning.
Choose the win, Cole.
What did you think of the smashing machine? Let us know in the comments.